Well, we could call him the mayor of racing in central Queensland. He's been there and done it all. But today is the recognition day for Tony McMahon. Finally, it's retirement, Tony.
Yes, well, virtually semi-retirement, Michael, but the Rockhampton Jockey Club have been good enough to put on this day for me, which I'm very grateful for. Had a long association with them since I came here in 1988, and it's culminating today. I'm just cutting back on everything and will no longer be writing stories, which I put a lot of time and effort into, but still very much involved with the racing industry.
Tell us about your history in racing. People wouldn't know. You've done everything. You've been a steward, you've been a racehorse trainer, you're a journo. That's probably your main background, but you can do it all.
Yeah, well, look, I'm not an egotist, but you've asked me. I started off as a stable hand in the Northern Rivers. I then became the race caller in the Northern Rivers when I was 17. Not long after that, I became the youngest handicapper in Australia for the Gold Coast Turf Club and race caller there when they kicked off in 1972. Went back to the Northern Rivers as a cadet steward and handicapper. Went down to Newcastle as handicapper for the Newcastle Racing Registration Board, Gosford, Wyong, etc. Called the races around the Upper Hunter and came back to the Northern Rivers as a steward and became chief steward there for 7 or 8 years between up to 1986 when I did the craziest thing in the world. I gave away racing administration and became a horse trainer at the Gold Coast. In 1988, I came up here with a horse called Connie Debut to win the Rockhampton Cup. He ran third. It's a good story, this one, about Connie Debut. He's a wonderful horse. 2 weeks after that, I took him to Sydney from Rockhampton. He ran fourth at Canterbury on the Wednesday. Took him back to Rose Hill on the Saturday. He ran third. I think Tommy Smith, Bart Cummings with the trainers, and little old Tony McMahon was there. Anyhow, came back to Rockhampton. Started training the horses here, then got the job as a Rockhampton Jockey Club race caller, 16 years there. Got the job also as a racing rider, had 25 years with the Rockhampton Morning Bulletin, and since then I've been training until, as you know, I gave it away this season, and still actively involved with the country race club, still calling a few races. So it's racing's been very kind to me. I'd like to think I've been good to it.
My word, you have. Let's quickly touch on just a couple of those very good horses. Of course, everyone knows Paradise Imperial. She was the cutest queen. Wasn't she good to you? She
was wonderful. Paradise Imperial, got her for $9,000. I think she won about $360. It wasn't so much the money, but she was a freak. She won 2-year-old races in Australia for the season of 2016-17, I believe it was. Just a wonderful filly, and we were fortunate enough to have a little property out at Stanwell where I trained the horses. She was a beauty. Of course, Mamselle Corday, she won the Centenary Rockhampton Cup in 2018. Bought her on one bid for $5,000 at the Magic Millions, and she was a bonny mare. Had lots of them, but Michael had a lot of slow horses as well, so we take the good with the bad.
Haven't we all? But look, it's been a great career. I know you'll still be around. We'll see you around the track, and we won't miss you because you're always nice and bright. And I wanted to say on behalf of the industry, congratulations for everything you've done in racing. It's a long and distinguished career, and you've been a champion.
Very kind of you to say that, and I owe it to a lot of people who've helped me along the way. You can't get involved in anything unless you've got backers who've helped you, and I'm very grateful of them. A lot of them unfortunately have passed away. A lot of them are still around and they know who they are, so I say thank you to them all, and I just wish every young person in racing the very best of luck. But one thing I'll say, and you'd be a great believer in this too, Michael, too many young people, particularly in the jockeying ranks, I think they start to believe in their own publicity. Never do that. You can be flying one day and you'll be down on the ground the next.
The great game. Well done, Tony.
Thanks very much, Michael.